Yesterday, the Blackhawks officially introduced Jeff Blashill as the 42nd head coach in franchise history, and he joins us now in studio. Coach, good morning.
Welcome.
Morning. Thank you. Yeah,
I'll ask you the question every Hawks fan wants to know. When are we going back to the playoffs?
Yeah, exactly. I think I got asked that yesterday.
Yeah.
So I won't put a timeline on that, but excited for the opportunity, excited for the group I get a chance to coach, and honestly just ready to go to work.
You know, the one thing I think I heard the most about you is your ability to work with young players, which is why you were so attractive to the Hawks. What qualities do you need to have? What makes a guy good at connecting and developing young players?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I think at the end of the day, you have to connect not just with your young players, but with all your players and try to make sure you develop those relationships. And I think the relationship is the key. I think if you develop strong relationships, honestly, it's no different than parenting, no different than a marriage. If you develop strong relationships, you can kind of withstand those moments when it gets hard. And you have to be able to have hard conversations. You have to be able to, demand a lot out of your players, and so in order to do that, they have to know that you're kind of in the fight with them. They have to know that you have their back as well, and I think it's that relationship building that's really important. So we're trying to start that right now. It's obviously, it starts with phone calls, but as we move through the process, we'll get to meet people face to face and start to develop those relationships.
Yeah, obviously the guy that the top of that list would be Connor Bedard. I think everybody knows that. What do you love about his game? Where do you see there are needs for improvement with him?
Well, I saw Connor firsthand a year ago, not this past season, but the season before, when he came into Tampa and honestly put on a bit of a show against us and did some things that I thought were, that not many guys can do. And so I've been able to watch him quite a bit, even in the last little bit. Connor's got great ability. He's got great ability in the offensive zone. He can obviously shoot a puck, but he can also make a lot of plays with the puck. And so now it's just about trying to get him in the right positions to be able to utilize that. And some of that is who you play with. Some of that's finding ways to create space. He reminds me in that sense of a Nikita Kucherov, where Kuch doesn't do it necessarily just with his speed. He does it by finding ways to create space with his mind and with those types of things. And so as Connor continues to grow as a player, it's finding that space. If he has the space, he's gonna definitely be an ultimate offensive player.
Robin, you know Nikita Kucherov, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Come on. Stop just letting you do all the talking. That's what I do.
You were head coach in Detroit. The results that you wanted were not there. But, what I was reading yesterday, it seems like every person they talk to, every coach, every player that's worked with you or been coached by you had incredible things to say about you. That's got to mean a lot to you.
It does. And ultimately, on this job, I'll draw from all my coaching experiences. And so prior to getting to Detroit, I had opportunities to coach in junior, in college, in the American Hockey League, in the minors. And then my time in Detroit was certainly valuable as well. The experiences I went through there, although not always easy, a lot of times hard, but you learn a lot of lessons through that process and through what was a very difficult rebuild, similar to what's gone on here in Chicago. And then just the lessons that I've learned over the last 3 years in Tampa. So I think all those are important lessons to draw from as we kind of move forward here with this group.
I think you said yesterday something along the lines of like, this was the job you wanted. This was the perfect job for you. How long have you had your eyes on this opening? Obviously, since it became available mid-season. But how long were you thinking? Was there a time like in the season where you thought that could be a good fit for you?
Well, obviously, once the job opened up, not knowing what was going to happen for sure, during the season, certainly focusing on just our Tampa Bay Lightning team and trying to do a good job. But once we kind of got into the spot where I knew the job was open, there was opportunities to interview for the job. I certainly got excited about that opportunity, and for the reasons I spoke of yesterday, the deep player pool here, it's a lot of young players. Are we young? Yes, but there's a lot of talent in that group, and you'd love that opportunity to coach that type of talent that we have coming up, and then the experiences I just talked about. So it definitely became a kind of a perfect fit for me, and I'm a Midwestern guy, so the opportunity to come here to Chicago, a city I've been to numerous times in my life and visited here numerous times, really excited about it.
So are people just approaching you with, come here for a beef sandwich, come here for deep dish, all the usual checklist of Chicago things?
I've had my share of both of those during my time visiting. So yes, I know my some of the spots. I'm looking forward to finding some more. So I'm actually in the car market. So I saw I might have to travel to New Zealand for that little ride. That might go there for that.
Let's get you in a dancing commercial.
Yes.
That would be great.
Well, Coach, thank you. We wish you the best of luck this season. Thanks for stopping by with us.
All right, thanks for having me.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thanks,
Take
Coach.
care.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, guys.